Hi, ik ben Laura, ik laat me weer knippen door mijn favoriete kapster natuurlijk, zoals altijd. Wat we vandaag gaan doen, we gaan een lengte afhalen van mijn achterkant. Dus weer echt een stuk eraf, 4 of 5 centimeter. En we gaan de cuttingsband knippen, dat houdt in dat je van hier tot langer gaat.
Op de front.
Yes.
Laura wants curtain bangs on the front part of the fontanelle, simply say fontanelle parted, and she wants about 5 centimeters of the length. So let's start on her. Hello friends on YouTube. Laura, old staff member of mine, but still we are close friends, so we know each other for a long time, and she's also a friend of my daughter, so that's why she's always here. Now, normally I would do this with a hot scissor, but all the scissors are damaged and the factory of the brand doesn't support us anymore, so that's why I do it with a hot razor. Doesn't make a difference, only thing is you get something softer line, that's the only difference. Both tools are sealing the hairs for more than 4 or 5 months, so that's why her hair is always in the best condition. Starting on the back, take my Olivia garden brush, put her the way I like her to stand, and mostly long hair I do standing, because it's much easier to do. Then I take my chopsticks, part it first on the skull bone, show you how easy it is to work with chopsticks, because all this long hair is easy to stick up. And you can really part well with it. Best condition. Wet the underparts. Wet the hair. So now take off 5 centimeters hair. So I'm gonna sit down on my chair, like a barber's chair. She always stands. My hot razor is a product of Ergo, and put the camera nearby. Take the hairs down, go to my 5 centimeters. That's a little less than 2 inches. And I don't have to force anything, because this knife is 190 degrees Celsius, so it travels very lightly through the hairs. One time from the right to the left, and from the left to the right. Control the lengths. Take a new layer on it. The new layer I wet also. Brush the hairs again, lay them straight on the back. Get rid of the hairs that stick on my clothes. Go back to the part of cutting. Now I take only the right side. And Laura loves to have a straight line, but in a natural fall. Go to the other side, take the chopstick out, take about 2 centimeters of hair, get rid of the longer hair on top, lay it on the back, wet it a bit, go back to my Olivia garden brush. The beauty of this brush is it never damages the hairs. Never pulls, and it takes the tangles really easy out. Nee. Start on the connection part. Then I have a guard line, so I go from the other way around and lay it on the length. Don't force anything, just let the knife do the work. The hairs need to be a little bit damp because you have to close them, and they are proteins, and when they're wet you can close them, just like egg. Lay all the hair of the left side on the back. Wet it again. Again, go in the center, so I know what my guide length is. Go in a straight line to the sides. Then, when I can see the guide line, I go from the other way around and connect the hairs on that.
Ik heb toen nog nooit gesneden gehad. Ik ben aan het denken.
Dat is wel mooi zacht ook, een mooie zachte lijn. Hè?
Ja,
Als je
klopt,
normaal,
zo.
als je knipt, heb je zo'n hele harde lijn.
Klopt.
Maar met dit, omdat je dat laatste 2-3 mm pakt van waar je knipt, krijg je een hele mooie zachte lijn.
Ja,
Dus je hebt
je
niet.
krijgt ook meer spelen.
Je hebt wat natuurlijke haar dan, ja.
Klopt. Voor die cutting bands wordt dat wel echt met mensen wel mooier.
Ja,
Dan
absoluut.
heb je veel meer spulsen, weet je wel. Meer volume.
In the meantime, we talk about hair in Dutch
Always.
because her profession is also being a hairdresser, and she always do hair. And a lot of old staff members of mine are still friends. And they're also friends of mine. Coming to the last part of the length. Take the center line. Okay, that's good. Okay, take the center line, start on that. So I first find myself the connection to the line. Work till I get about a finger length hair left. Then take that up, point my knuckles to the line and go in. And make sure I did the hairs. This hair is always sealed, so it will be sealed for 4 months till 5. So only in summertime she comes back to have a slight trim, but the hairs grow all the length they can. So they don't break down in the ends, they stay in a wonderful condition, and you never have to pull the hairs because they're always wonderful in structure, so it's strong hair. That you can see when you take, for example, a round brush. You never get stuck to the end because the hair stays really soft. So now I come to the curtain bags. Voel me lekker aan voet. Want ook met een mes krijg je zo'n hele mooie zak.
Ja.
Lekker hè?
Kom maar in die stoel ook.
En je ziet dat het net iets zachter is, de lijn.
Ja.
Ik loop nog wel een klein beetje.
Oh ja joh. Maar ik voel altijd zo.
Ja.
Het voelt wel lekker zacht.
Ja.
Hoe heb ik daar weer achter voor?
Nee, voel ik altijd nog mee. Nee?
Echt dat jaren allemaal.
Ja, want weet je, als je hem in de trui krijgt, dan heb je dat echt vervelend.
Ja, klopt.
Coming to the curtain bangs. Now that she only wants on the fontanelle line, because she don't like round hair, so you can see this. So I take my chopstick, go on that line, go out on the side, watch what I did the last time. Nice thing is that you can see, you can really part it well with a chopstick. Then I take the half of the hair to the back.
Ja, als je hem hebt, heb je hem goed, maar...
Yeah. Stick it up. Do this also on the other side.
Ik vind het ook echt werken, echt fijn met sokken.
Ja, het stokjes werkt veel beter dan
het snelle.
Go in on the same line. On top. Part hairs. I'm certain that I have all the long hair to the back. And then I stick up so it's in the way. Then I wet the hairs. So only in the front I have a little bit softness into the line. But I go in on top. She wants it mostly on a bit over the chin. So that's the length she likes, because with long hair you have to be able to work with it, and when you make it too short you cannot. So now we go to the front. Wet the hair a bit. Now I work in the opposite lines, because then I get the best fall. So I take the hairs up, go stand on the other side, watch at the chin, go in, softly work my way down. And again, I don't force anything, just slightly traveling over the hairs. Go one time over the same line, take the hairs up, hold them in the natural lines, take them between the fingers, pull them in the opposite lines, and gently go over the same line once again. The nice thing also of this tool is that the hairs on the front never irritates the skin. Because they are sealed, they stay in a wonderful condition, so they never can get into the skin. Coming on the other side, look for lunch. Going on her left side. Take the hairs up again. Make sure they lay in the natural lines. Go in the opposite line. Watch again over the chin line, so I know for certain that I have the same line as on the other sides. Gently go in and going down. Do this one time over. Take the hairs up. Make sure I have all the hairs with it. Pull them in the beautiful, wonderful lines of the chin line. So I copy the lines of the skull into the lines of the hairs. And softly go out. Then I take the section in the center. Watch where the lines are and connect only that part to each other. Because it's always out of the center, so I have to get that beautiful wig line into it. I'll show you that. So this part, the center line, so I take, here's the natural parting line. So I take only this part, take it over, knowing that most length is laying on that side, so I bend the hairs over and connect both lines to each other. So I'm certain, although it's not the center line, I have the best fall of the hairs. And she has all the softness she needs to have beautiful hair and softly falling in the front. So now we can blow dry this hair, and then her haircut is ready. Take the pins out, and I'll show you also how easy it is to work with pins, because it's a short video, so I can show it on her how wonderful you stick up hairs with this. So I really love the Olivia garden brush, and I show you how easy it is to work with chopsticks. You have to work with it and learn it, but when, for example, you have this long hair and she wants to go have a party and have not all the long hair hanging around her, then you lay the hairs into the wonderful lines, take them together, turn a bit so you can see a little bit more. Then go to my chopstick, twist them a bit so I have this hair in the same strength and to the back. Lay my chopstick in, bend the hairs over, and then I'm gonna turn. And I stick them in. And here I can get a curly effect in, but now I have all the hairs on one chopsticks. Never damage the hairs, you never get broken hairs, and when the party is over, you take it out and you have wonderful long hair again. For example, you part it over 2 lines. Brush the hairs. Oh, het zijn die haren glad.
Ja, dat doet je ook.
Ja.
Ja, maar haar is eigenlijk wat alleen maar fijn is natuurlijk. Maar
Ja,
voor
zeker. Je
anderen
hebt
is dat
hartstikke fijn haar. Take the hairs to the back, hold some strength on it, put your chopstick in, go back to the skull, take the part you don't want to get into the curly effect to the back. Go to the other side. So. And you can twist it to every side. So when I want to twist this, for example, to this side, so I take it over, I'll show you that. Because it's easy, of course, on 2 sides the same thing. But for example, if I want to get rid of this, I lay the hairs under it. Then I hold them to the sides, go on the line of the ears, put my chopstick, bend the hairs again, twist them, twist them, twist them, and put them in the same line. So a totally new line. And this way you can twist the hairs easy and have a really good time. This you give a curly effect, or you straighten it, anything you like, but you can also take it away into the lines, of course, and pin it away. Then you have nothing to hide and all the hairs are gone. So this is the best way to stick up hairs for me, because I never damage the hairs and it's easy to work, and you can put it in the cutting lines and you can put it also in the lines of working out the hairs. Parting is of course very easy, because when you have a thing like a chopstick, you can really part real straight lines. You never get stuck in the hairs. You take the hairs up, you bend them to the half and get rid of them. So you have a free line to work on. That's the way to work with chopsticks. Show you also how I can control the hairs. So, and I lay all the hairs from the center of the skull over the parting of the neckline, in line with the neckline. Lay them all to the front, lay them on the natural lines, and now I'm going to tell you how I can see this one line haircut. So I just did this cut. Now what you have to know is, when Laura is standing in this position, the line of the skull is this line. This is the angle. This angle in the opposite lines is, this is the length. So this is one line hair cutting. When you want to get layered, this one line, like I did on the other side. So when you want to get layering, you hold this line here, and the more you go up on the center line, the more layering comes in. For example, if I want to cut it on the lines I just did on the fringe, I would cut off this line and have perfectly falling hair in a line of layering. The higher I go up, the more layers, the more I go flat, the less layers. So this is the way to control the lines. So now try it. Now the best product for her hair is of course the golden oil of Lanza, so I could take a little bit golden oil.
Lanza, best product.
It's a healing oil and it's the most wonderful product. Take 2 pumps. What you do then is You spread them all over your heads, otherwise you have too much. Go gently in. So be careful with where you spread the oil. Go into the underlines. Use your fingers as a brush. Nurse. Most nursing is from shoulder length in the down section, because this hair gets the, of course, the less condition of the skin. Then again, take my Olivia garden brush, brush it through the hairs. And the oil doesn't grease the hairs. They stay in a wonderful condition always, and prevent split ends. I thank Laura for being my model. I thank you for watching. She will turn around to show you how beautiful her hair is. And I see you next video, of course. And wait, I'm gonna tell something more. I'm gonna give you a product. If you share my video on Facebook 3 times, I can see this, of course. My channel is Theo Knoop. That's the same as with YouTube theoknoopkapper. That's Dutch. But when you share it on my channel, I can see it, and you can win. Kijk, wat gaan winnen.
Oh, nice.
You can win this tool. This is a hot tool, especially for nursing also long hair, because when you have conditioner in the hair, it gives a bit warmth into the hair, and it seals the outside of the hair into the hair, of course. Then you have more, well, good nursed hair. So if you share my video on Facebook 3 times, and I take one of them and send you this wonderful tool in the box. So, thank you.
Bye.
Once curtain bangs on the front part of the fontanelle, simply say fontanelle parted, and she wants about 5 centimeters of the length. So let's start on her.